Did you hear the lyrics from that song? This lake of fire burns my skin.
Seems a bit
This
self-evident.
lake of fire burns my skin. That's poverty. What kind of crappy lake are you in? I suggest you move to somewhere where there are nicer lakes. This lake of fire burns my skin.
In Italy, Lake Como. Could you go there?
That's terrible. Lake Como is a good.
Yeah.
Como.
Yeah.
It's a good lake. I've blasted up and down there on a boat, all the way to Bellagio, which is cool. Lots of tourists there. Tourist trap restaurants. You can get some nice. What's it called? Al dente. The hard spaghetti. Al dente.
Al dente means it's like it's just hard.
Just
yeah,
harder.
It's good. It's good. A plate of spaghetti is one of my absolute all-time favorite meals. A plate of spaghetti, maybe with some tomato on top.
I think it's not.
That's it.
It's like the right hardness.
Yeah.
It's
according to Italians.
It's a little hard.
Yeah.
It's so good, man. So good. Anyway, we're not in Italy. We are in Inferno, which maybe is Italy.
It is.
It is.
Oh, it is. We are in Italy. Haha.
You could have had a good alley-oop there.
Segue, but I ruined it. That's fine.
It's all right.
Everything's fine. I still remember Inferno when it had the ladder and the little ledge above the T-ramp to mid.
1.6.
Remember that? Remember that, guys? It would be a challenge to try and get up there, and you just stay there because why not?
And then you didn't know what to do when you got up there.
Just hold an angle.
Yeah, 'cause
and
you
You move, someone might peek mid.
Yeah, it's just like actually doesn't do anything useful really most of the time.
Never stopped me, Dan. Never stopped me.
Never stop James from being useless.
I liked buying bullets.
Bullet.
I forget about buying bullets.
Dot and comma. Period
I
and
loved
comma.
I loved just like killing loads of time playing CS _ Deagle 5.
Yeah.
That was a great map. Owned
Little
everyone on that.
factory Deagle.
FYI squad for me.
Warcraft. You play War 3 mod?
I thought that was stupid, so I never played it.
Well,
I actually
yours-
was really offended by it.
What, Warcraft 3 mod?
I liked playing rats maps.
The rats, yeah.
Yeah, rats maps. FYI squad. Pick up the TMP on the corner.
Mhm.
As long as I got around that corner before getting shot, I would wreck people all day with the TMP. It was great. Good times, man.
AS oil rig, that was good.
Good times.
Gun game. Gun game's so much better than the Valve mod gun game that they have in CSGO.
Yeah, the Mario
The
upgrade
custom-
sounds and stuff.
Yeah, the community server ones. If you guys have only played the one on Valve servers, definitely go and check out the community made ones. They're so much fun.
Gun game.
You gotta kill the last guy with a heat grenade, and then knife the last guy after that.
Yeah.
Gold knife level.
And the music. It was brilliant. I loved that. It was so good.
I like the KZ stuff as well. That was fun.
KZs, yeah. It's very cool.
TF2 is my jump map game.
Yeah, it's like Quake.
I played rocket maps in TF2. Jump Pagoda. I've never finished it. I want to finish it. But I'm not good enough. One day. I might, but I probably won't. Jump Pagoda.
You should stream it.
Maybe.
I'll make a Kickstarter, and then I'll get people to donate to like force you to do it, to commit you to do it.
To doing TF2 maps, jump maps. The demo man maps must be crazy.
To help you achieve stuff. Yeah, demo stuff's really annoying, yeah. I used to like, I much preferred the Team Fortress Classic job maps with concussion grenades. That stuff was amazing. It's so complex and really fun. And I've seen nothing like it. Since its inception. There's been nothing that's captured that gameplay, and it was very engaging because you'd have concussion grenades, and they each would have a timer of 4 seconds, and you could hold one as well at the same time. So you could throw one, you time the jump, and it will launch you like a rocket jump would, and then you could like throw the other one whilst you're in the air. Then you'd have enough time because you go so high to like prime another one, and then you have to like air strafe around obstacles and stuff, and you can just keep going. You can pick up some in the midair to restock. So it was great.
Wow.
Sounds really cool.
That sounds really fun.
It's really addictive.
I want to try it.
It's really addictive.
I'd like to go back to old games and try the movement
Yeah.
stuff. So movement has only gotten worse across the board for every game, ever.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like the TFC movement is like the 1.3 movement basically, because I mean it wasn't Counter-Strike, and all the code came from Quake. ITech 1, the Quake 1 engine. So, and in that engine there was bunny hopping, like unadulterated, unhindered bunny hopping.
I didn't play much of Team Fortress Classic. I was playing Dave Defeat in those days, I suppose. K98. I was a K98 rockstar. I was a rockstar, man.
K98, Car 98.
Yeah.
There's some amazing Half-Life 1 mods. I played so many of them. I didn't play too much Dave Defeat, but they were like Natural Selection, for example. When I first saw that, I was like, wow. Someone came up with this. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I loved Natural Selection. I loved Natural Selection. Played it with friends a lot.
Yeah.
Oh God, memories, man.
There's so
There's
many
a delay
cool ones.
before the match starts, so we're gonna just reminisce. We're gonna reminisce.
There was this really cool game called Vampire Slayer, I think it was, which is another mod, which not many people knew about. But basically, it was like it's kind of like Counter-Strike in a way, where you have there's like a you start off one half, and you're either you're a vampires or whatever, or you're the vampire hunters, and so the vampires could like leap and do crazy movement and stuff like that, a bit like natural selection if you're one of the aliens. And then the vampire hunters have to basically like if you shot them, you could knock them down, but eventually they get up, so you have to get close and stake them. But you would have to try to survive a certain amount of time in like a huge area. So you'd have to basically like go to some part of the map and hold out, and then they would try and find you and kill you in time and stuff like that. It was really cool, really fun.
I don't know that one.
Yeah.
Ricochet was good.
Yeah, that's the
Ricochet
Valve
was really
Valve
cool,
one
yeah.
as well.
Ricochet.
Yeah.
I played some of those games. I feel like they're so old that I feel like they're it's not safe to join the servers anymore.
What does
Like,
that
am I
mean?
trying to load some crap onto your PC or something? So I get afraid when because I was playing Ricochet a few months ago, but I'm like, I don't know if I should. I feel scared.
Yeah, because there's
Joining these
server
servers.
exploits and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't want to get back.
That's a kind of game I feel like they could make a new one though. It looks like it was so friendly to like the whole futuristic vibe that they could make a new Ricochet. Probably be pretty cool.
Yeah, very Tron-like.
Ricochet was awesome. It'd be cool if it was light enough to like load Ricochet while you're queuing for a match or something. Just get some Ricochet in there.
Honestly, like being around back in those days, I was thinking about this earlier for some reason. During the game when I've actually been thinking about the game. But I was thinking about how in the old days, all the technology was so new that every game that could come out from a big developer would push the technology in some way you'd never seen before. Like, for example, like Red Faction was a game that came out and had destructible terrain. Or like when Quake 1 came out, it was the first actual 3D engine. Obviously, like you'd have the Dooms and various things like that, and Duke Nukem's before that, which were like kind of a fake 3D where they just had like, it's just sprites. It wasn't an actual 3D
Half-Life
engine.
2. Oh my god. Where you could interact with all those objects. You could jump on your crossbows in the wall and stuff like that. Like that was such
Yeah.
a weird thing where your projectiles, you could have a permanent existence in the map and you could interact with them. That was so mind-boggling.
Painkiller, first ragdoll physics, like first proper the Havoc physics engine, first proper physics engine with there's a lot of cool moments.
Red Faction was cool.
Yeah, it was really cool.
I'm there's a Max Payne on the Game Boy Advance.
Really, the original Max Payne game was awesome.
Apparently, it's surprisingly good, all things considered. Like the 3D, people push the 3D engine on the GBA to its limits. And if you look at like the early Driver games, I think there are 3 Driver games. Driver 3 is reasonably cool, all things considered. But if you look at the older ones, they look so bad. But considering that the technical feats of the time were really awesome. But yeah, there's a Max Payne game on the GBA. I might try and get it.
Yeah. Awesome.
It's got the whole like diving and slow-mo stuff going on. There's only 4 buttons. So I'm curious to see how that's all going to work out. The match is about to start, people. I'm going to have some espresso.
Speaking of the Havoc engine, there's a guy in the office that actually used to work for Havoc back in those days.
Cool.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty tight community.
We've got loads of people. Like just out here is our office.
Yeah.
Our Santa Monica office is just loads of people milling around. People on the balcony, people in suits, people in casual wear, CEOs walking around. All kinds of stuff going on.
Did you say CEO?
Yeah.
Everywhere.
I just saw him
There's
walk out the
just
door.
all over the place. There's
Yeah.
so many of them just spilling out of the balcony.
Anyway, one person towards B for SK. Is there some kind of hard read as to the intentions of Team Liquid? Look at all this blue on fur. Blue pistol, blue knife, blue gloves. He's blue. He's got the blues.
Ooh. Stewie, he felt it. He felt a disturbance in the force, and he's like, take this.
I've got a grenade as well.
Take this!
Oh!
Yeah!
That's good.
Have some of
Catch me
that.
outside.
That's
How
even
about
more
that?
damage than he took.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, take that, you plebs. He's thinking.
You absolute
He's
plebs.
thinking plebs.
You ruddy plebs.
Imagine.
Can he be seen? He doesn't know.
Oh, he was alone.
That is the B-bomb site taken. Quite a nifty smoke towards construction. And it's a 5-on-5 retake of the B-bomb sites on Inferno. Not every day you see that.
No. This is actually kind of scary. I mean, they don't have banana control, no one flanking. 5 through CT. I don't
They've got a smoke for CT though. I mean for Banana. As we often see Team Liquid throw ironically. And there's a pop flash as well. Fallen and Boltz get things kicked off. There is a defuse kit onto Fallen, but can they meat shield him? Liege holding things down. Starcraft jumping
my
all over the
God.
place. He will get another kill out of it, and can that defuse kit even get collected before they get on it? Boltz has no kits. He did.
That's close. They all ran out of bullets by the time they went to fight Elish. So 3 of them jumped across the screen, couldn't kill him.
Oh, they had no bullets at all.
They were all reloading.
Oh, reloading. Okay.
Do you reckon we'll ever see a day when everyone just, like 5 players buy HE, sorry, not HE, sorry, just nades, utility, and like people stop buying Kevlar because people get so good at using utility?
That, I mean, that and like, most kills are headshots on pistol rounds, so all you have to do is bust out that statistic. If someone comes out and is like, hey, 80% of professional kills are headshots, then it's like, why are people spending 90% of their money on armor?
Yeah, if only it were that simple though, because if you, the thing is, it's going to take you fairly often 6 or 7 shots to kill someone if you don't hit them in the head. And by that time, they're probably going to shoot you in the head. So it's not
sometimes
like
you take no damage though, because some people are aiming at the head, so they're just missing your head only. It still doesn't really matter that you're taking shots. You're not actually getting hit in the body. Not always, but like.
Well, you might be. This is theory.
I think
measurements.
That happens. I play a lot of pistol rounds. I'm sure a lot of people can remember like shooting somebody who has like 6 HP, not realizing that they were just 1 bullet away from death, but you're aiming for the head the whole time because you have a pistol.
That's why I buy PT-50.
That's another. Wow.
Oh boy, what is going on here, Team Liquid? You've only got 1 kill. They've got an AK and a Galil, 4 versus 2. And Taco's got 4 HP. Oh my days. Look at all the toys they've given away to their opponent.
We haven't seen that many. I don't think we've seen an eco today on the 2nd round at least. It's all been clean pistols and anti-force buys for almost everybody. Until right now. Until North America.
My colleagues are mocking me because I'm heavy.
Heavy set.
I'm just a brute. I'm just a brute. Smashing my feet on the table.
It's okay, James. One day, you'll be able to upload your consciousness into a machine. And you'll be free of your fleshy cage.
That machine will be
feel
punching people in the face.
James could have one of the floating heads on Futurama. That would be funny.
I don't remember enough about Futurama.
You would make a perfect
Like one of the presidents. They always had the dead guys floating, their heads floating in water.
Well, Twist going forward, trying to capitalize upon the, well, falling repositioning, losing a teammate, but there is a grenade in, but it's not an immediate help to fall. He's stuck on the side, does a good job with the Galil so far. Additional damage done, opened up now. Looking for the next frag. Nitro will get himself into the poor position, which Fergie might be called. And he'll take down Taco. And it's not looking amazing here for SK Gaming. But there is definitely a chance. Ferg is very low, and he is found by Twist in the end. Oh, it's going to be Cold to make his way in. And he will also be denied by Twist, who's having a pretty good day, to be honest. A 5K, an ace for Mr. Twist, as he helps Team Liquid to success.
Wow. Steal it back, just like that. Just watch Twist work.
Beautiful. He has been a mad fragger today. One of many. One of many.
Oh, Bizon.
Both these teams included. Taco looking to make some money, looking to cause mental anguish perhaps to his opponent at the sight of this weapon. PP-Bizon, we are yet to do a sound for CSGO on that one, but imagine a full clip of potatoes. And he will fail miserably. Are we going back and forth once again? 3 players remaining, 2 players remaining. They've only got the UMP and the CZ. Is there something more significant to be collected by the CT side? However, that said, Liquid have just deployed all their flashbangs, and they still have to go and get the bomb outside library. That's where Stewie waits for them. He doesn't peek the angle. They don't know where he is. Now they do.
Now he did.
Right, then. Eco territory for SK. You do want to, I feel like you want to try to save more money than on most maps just because that utility helps you so much. And indeed, only one guy to buy anything, it's just a eagle confirm. Little do Liquid know they could just run in basically anywhere on the map and it would be successful. But they will take their time, be cautious, be diligent, be thorough. Some people say thorough.
Thorough.
Americans.
Oh,
What do you say?
Thorough.
thorough.
What?
Thorough, like borough.
They say burrow, like thorough.
Sounds like a UH on the end.
I think Nas has lyrics with thorough and burrow.
Thorough.
He's thorough, he is. Okay, well,
Uh-oh.
come on. Let's go in. Confidence, lads. Get in there. All they got,
Stand in the checkpoint.
it's got USPs. That's all they got.
And a deagle. Don't forget a deagle because here it is!
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god, that's so scary, isn't it?
Imagine. Just imagine.
Oh man. That's so much damage, but Twist is like, right guys, I'll sort this out for you. I will sort this out for you. It's pretty awesome to see Twist. He is somewhat new still as a top level player, I would say.
I will say he's new until he has a beard.
That's not happening anytime soon.
Because he's very new.
Because it's been a... How long has he been on Liquid for?
It's been at least 4 years.
Just can't trust anything this man says.
It's just alternative facts, James.
That's true. Can't argue with that. They are alternative. Very alternative, Launders. SK on the buy. 5 M4s for the mostly Brazilian side. Versus the 5 AK versus the 5 AKs of Liquid. So we have our initial setup from Liquid smoked off the top of Banana. They'll have to lie in wait. It's a double pit play, it seems, from SK. Double balcony play. I guess I can fall back to the pit. And Fair will just try to keep an eye. You can see him on the radar, jiggling left and right. Not wanting to fight to the death here. Just wants the information. I think he's waiting for some sound cues and footsteps top mid, and then he will deploy the grenades to make sure he gets something out of it, and he does.
Very little map control and information, but SK did just clear out Banana.
Nana.
Nana. Moto.
You Nana.
Smoke. Are they going to go Arch? That's the big question. Will they assume Boltz is still up here? Probably not.
Yeah, this could be a pretty money position. We'll see. Looks like they may still be trying to clear it. Oh, they line up for Mr. Boltz, and he will nail them to the ground. Eventually does get taken down by a leash, so that's pretty good going by Liquid. Trading out into a 2v2 for the post plant, although Stew's quite close, but his teammate's not. So will he wait, or will he try to take advantage of being a bit further up than his opponents may otherwise think? There it is, gets caught out before Fallen can trade. Stew was going for a play. So was Fallen.
Wow,
But it's Liquids.
that round could have just ended if Boltz got the second kill on the balcony. He had some time, he did some damage. But it was all for naught.
Diddly squat. Are they reaching the maximum loss bonus? I suppose they are, SK Gaming. The 4 HE grenades, I see 3 selected. But where will they be deployed? Being held around the B bomb site, one would presume, where there are 4 of the 5 players. Fair will be spotting with a HE of his own. But seems no one's coming anytime soon. And Liquid may wonder where the CTs are. They would be on Banana just yet. There's one. They still hold on to 3 more. Tease me, tease me, tease me, tease me, baby.
Not thrown.
Till I drop my nade.
That's I feel like there should be a map that's based around London. Get some London maps in there.
Shower thoughts.
Or the UK themed at least. I feel jealous now. Because, you know, Italy's represented.
Just do a disused, mostly closed retail parade with a chip shop that has a rat problem. And you're good to go.
Oh, they're going to shoot him on the side of the head after them being so patient here.
Yeah, split. Pretty awesome if you can walk up arch. This is afforded you, this possibility. By Stewie. By Boltz.
Time.
1 left.
Oh boy.
My God.
How does this happen?
No idea.
Let's go to the plant in the smoke. This is so desperate.
Oh my God.
Wow, he survives! He can still win this. A last player, no Kevlar, no gun. Oh my God.
Taco.
This is very scary. 1 bullet though. He's got an AK now. Taco, the only way he wins this is by the element surprise, and he won't get it! First bullet shot by Cold, first bullet into the face of Taco. Taco.
That's unlucky, because I think Cold Zero assumed that he was there waiting. He went there first and just waited on that angle. But actually, he wrapped around all the construction.
That is quite a disaster. That should not really have happened for Liquid. Now their money's not even that great.
Well,
They must stop SK now. They must stop them. Double orbs coming in from SK, Cold Zero and Stewie. Stewie towards that B1 side, towards that banana area, going deep on the car position with the AWP.
That was a disaster.
Yes.
An absolute disaster. Not the team that you want to allow into a game of Counter-Strike, SK Gaming. And that was all for free.
for free.
Absolute madness. Slow game once again.
Yeah. They're going to try to retake banana now. Looks like they may be looking to do that. And that would be... I mean, SK would have fair warning due to Stewie's position on this, and they can rotate players, and because they have floating player fallen on Arch, so you can see that he'll run in. Stewie will try to delay with counter grenades, take a deep position. Nice catch! Stewie is excellent in these positions, but Nitro finds an angle somehow.
38 seconds remain for this bomb to go down. Almost a 2K, but Nitro gets a much needed trade. It's a late rotation from two of these SK players from the A bomb site. Two of the three have defuse kits. They've got a lot of utility. Maybe another smoke goes down towards the banana position, but they have to be careful of AWP angles being held. There's the smoke. There are flashes as well. Double Molotovs being deployed, forcing Nitro out of the new box, out of the round. 3 versus 2 now. They've got to get on this bomb. Taco just waiting, looking for the beat. Doesn't quite hit the mark though. Nafla's got to gamble through the smoke. He needs to find the mark. He might think that's the diffuser. Might think he can hide, but it's not him. The meat shield is there. The round is with SK.
And SK are officially back into it.
Liquid in a lot of trouble now. Their money has run low.
Ooh.
Unlike Busful, who's got a
Bus full of points.
bus full of FACEIT points.
Bus full of points.
Yep.
Nice. Congrats.
Juicy.
Oh, we can't just have one. Come on.
Bye, your mama.
Okay, that's a bit better.
Treat yourself.
Okay. Celebrations have been had. Busful Stairs be made.
Just taught him the smoke.
What's that?
He just showed him the smoke.
Ah.
I guess they're gonna do double plant smokes and go up lane. I don't know if they're gonna go halls. Oh, they have to, yeah.
Now, SK will probably understand that they're committing to this because they didn't take any banana control. So this is pretty telegraphed. They'll do what they can with the smokes and at least gets one kill, but that's it, basically.
The flash was late too.
The late show from Nitro.
The late show. Okay.
That's kind of crazy.
Okay.
So now there's money for Liquid here. What will they do? We haven't seen them go super fast on banana in a while, and then sort of just take it, and then try to take top mid and just use that as the beginning of their round. So that'd be cool to see. Just try to suffocate SK's map control, then go for a play. 3 towards banana. That does suggest that SK are going to go quite hard here on hammering down this banana area. The Stewie's going straight in there. It always feels very confident for the CTs when they have players like Stewie able to play deep on banana behind those smokes. You get so much on the map with that. You get the option to play a bit passively and then cheat one player back towards A, as we can see happening right now. So SK really in the driving seat here. You would want Liquid to eventually try to retake banana, and you kind of want to do it sooner rather than later, just so that SK get less information of what you're trying to do for the final push.
1 minute mark. 2 sniper rifles for Liquid to try to avoid. Did first spot Taco on the balcony? That is a question. Perhaps he came up on the radar. Smokes towards the library position, and the Molotov's in response, trying to stop these T's from being able to take this advantage. Ooh, Stewie trying to avoid a flashbang, but it's just charging out. Cold Zero gets the trade through the smoke, but there are 2 more there. He can get the sound cues, he sees them, but he shoots between them. And there is the bomb now. Elite has to go back. What a disaster. Where were they headed though? It looked like they were going for a split, but the last 2 players are here, so what was the plan?
The darts of death of Taco at the very least. 5-5.
That was very strange. Sorry, I think they maybe they wanted to make it look like a fake 2 B split, and then they were gonna go just through CT, kill whoever's there, and come back through library.
Maybe it's to pull people out of position.
Yeah.
But if they did, then
the bomb.
I mean, Cold was out of position. Then he killed them. It's rough out there, man. It is rough out there. With the 2 players on balcony, you can only assume that they were trying to pull rotation for the guys to capitalize, but it didn't really work for them. Damn. And this run doesn't look much better.
Got you, bro, with the smoke.
Nice. That's what our teammates for.
So what's the plan now? We've got half health. 2 grenades. There's only 3 of us.
Band of
We
brothers.
got this, guys. Oh my god. Extra damage done.
It is rough out there.
4 players survive for SK. SK starting to run away with the Mahanis. They will not be wanting for utility. I just really want to see. I want to see Liquid actually challenge the banana smoke at some point. I don't like that they just. It's like when a team does this and you never do anything against it, you're just giving an advantage for absolutely free. And I just don't understand that. That's why I've really enjoyed NRG, because NRG showed immediately that. And EU United too, like half of the time they're going to challenge that smoke very quickly. Sometimes they're going to challenge it like slower, do like later retakes. But if you don't do any of that, you allow the CTs to have a huge advantage in understanding how to position their players. And that is how you win as the CTs. Like winning as the CTs is about, like, you have a defensive advantage, which is only incredibly strong if you know when and where the attack is coming. So if you give that information.
Oh, okay. There's some information.
Then it's just too easy.
Analyze that, Dan.
Yeah. Yeah. shot him good.
Wow.
Taco spotted again. Problems for Team Liquid. SK very expectant and ready and willing to punish. Looking for round number 7. And there's a full rotation from B towards A from SK. They've got their number, it seems.
Stewie on speedway. It's a good timing for the peak. SK doing a very good job here. Not much to worry about at this point. Lee just dying in the library. Too much reading.
It's hard because, you know, they go top banana. One of the safest ways in the game that you can get information is like that, by jump peeking. And so, you know, you're gonna if you get killed like that, those shots are always amazing. They're rarely gonna hit.
Five to 7. And the CZs are out once again. A familiar story, but not one they want to read once more.
You said 5-7 and then CZ, James.
Pardon? I said 5-7. I meant CZ. I appreciate the correction.
No, I mean the score. You said the score was 5-7.
Are you just? What are you doing right now?
You said the score 5-7.
Yes.
And then you said CZ.
Is that all you have to say?
That's the only thing I was gonna say. Yeah. And now the round is over.
I can't do this. I can't do this. Here's my resignation. 8 rounds for SK and 5 for Liquid. And SK looking like they're settling into a groove. And I'm really curious what Liquid are going to do here. Like, again, SK. Oh, they actually don't send 3 towards banana this time. Banana. Oh, Stewie with a nice angle there on the side of the smoke. Sneaky stuff. Actually not doing too much. Hello. Oh. Nice adjustment from Fallen there. Not sure if he expected someone to be so close.
He is a robot.
That was wild because it looked like he was gonna spam.
Yeah.
And then just immediately adjusted.
Last second correction.
Crazy.
He's a robot.
And there's 3 points. There's 3 dead. There's 3 dead already. Liquid are just trying to default, basically. They're just trying to take apps, they're trying to take banana, and 3 of them died. That's kind of a problem. Really well played to SK to do that. Obviously, some amazing shots across the board from them. And Fur lurking. He lurking in the crawl space.
5 versus 2, Fur's in the crawl space. Just why not? It's so ridiculously awesome. I like it. Do not give them an inch. Do not give them an inch. Last round of the first half. Will it be 10 for SK? Liquid have the money to buy, but how good will it be to them? They are not being allowed to impose their will. SK most certainly doing that. When you see SK on the CT side of Inferno, you want to see Fur in the crawl space. That's where you want to see him. You don't know how he gets there, but you want to see him there. Makes a good Counter-Strike.
Are they going to do a balcony pop?
It looks like it. No test banana though, and SK have already gotten all the way down.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh wow. he just knows, huh?
To be fair though, Liquid have not challenged that smoke a single time in this match.
Yeah.
So it's not even heinous.
Yeah, you can see how much confidence. He didn't get flashed through. Just walk through.
And this is exactly what I was talking about before. Like the CT side's objective is to figure out where the push is coming, so that you can position everyone to have the best setup for the defense on the site.
The best stack.
And so, as Lorna suggested, you know, you have the CT's able to push the smoke. Again, it has not been challenged a single time by Liquid. Liquid's common reaction is to, whilst the smoke is up, they just do other stuff on the map. And there's only one place you can do other stuff on. It's like apartments and top mid, so Stewie taking a very calculated gamble there to move forwards. And there's then nothing that you can really do from Liquid's perspective. So, SK Gaming, a very strong string of rounds, 9 in a row there. Very well played to them.
Ouch.
Do you think there's any reason, Launders, why we didn't see any challenges of Banana when SK were trying to
I have no idea.
take it? Because
they don't normally do that. Liquid's Inferno is pretty good, but that was weird. Yeah, I don't know why they might have avoided it. Maybe it was not an accident. I don't think they were scared of it, but
yeah,
it's hard to say.
Might just be how the calls were for whatever reason. But I think that when CTs put that smoke down, you have to. Well, we'll go back into that later on. We do have a lot of action on Banana. Speaking of which, Liquid not really on the good end of it. Attacker in the sights. They are really weak here, these Ts, and Boltz will take down Fallen. But there's the first frag for the CTs.
That was a cool idea, though. Let's all have 3 of us bunched together at the front of this smoke and just jump out of it at the same time. Burst! I actually made a smoke grenade for main on cash for the T side for such use, but we'll come back to that later. Let's see how this 2v2 works out for both of these teams. Cold Zero down to 7 HP. Boltz full health, but it is a pistol round after all. Cold Zero naked, no Kevlar for him. He can absorb nothing. Oh, Orange sets got Potato again. Elige now, 1v1. Dancing around, but Boltz will manage to finish things off. 3k in the pistol round for him.
It reminds me, James, of when, like 2-3 studios ago, when we were in London, and we'd have a developer like launch a deployment of like an update for a website or something during a broadcast, and like the internet would just get wrecked.
Really?
Yeah.
I was not even aware of that.
Maybe that was even more studios ago before you were.
Yeah, I think that was before me.
Yeah, it might be the Milan days before you.
Yeah. So hopefully this, we had some internet issues today. Hopefully they will resolve themselves shortly. Didn't last too long last time. So what I was going to say was, if you think of a main on cache and a CT smoke, which is inside main, I made a smoke from a T smoke from the entrance to main, which bounces off the boost position. So like the whole smoke is in the A site essentially, with the idea of allowing the Ts to burst through it on an eco. So it's harder for the CTs to control and funnel them. But I have not made, I've not finished deliberating how I would use it yet, so that's why there's no video. But it will come in due course.
This is kind of weird. They actually maintained the alt presence, so they can make sure no one pushed. But they've actually made their way back to B. Excuse me. Right into the stack.
However, they have a lot of grenades to kill the stack. Oh my god, Taco doing some good damage there. Oh my god. The Caesars are always so scary, but it's fine. The round will be won in the end by the favoured side in that particular instance. And now it's full save territory for Liquid. That's a 13-5 prospect before they can really do anything with a full buy. And when Liquid get to their full buy, it won't actually be a full buy. They'll be missing grenades. I don't think they'll have an AWP. No, they don't have money for that. So, and SK are probably going to look to hang on to these guns for as long as possible. The Mac-10s, the Glil. No need to upgrades just yet. 5 USPs, pure USPs.
USPS. Make the money, make the monies.
Cash rules everything around me.
In the meantime, SK are poking and prodding towards the top mid, where Taco is alone. They have passed him. Does he go up to the balcony? Does he continue on shorts? Surely somebody will look in this direction. Fallen going for the... Oh, he's going for the fake. Hello, old friend. Oh dear. Hasn't gone the way he wanted. Oops. That's a shame.
It's all good. It's all good.
That's typically why you don't want to plant for lane. It's like one of the only places when you normally come into a site where you don't plant for it, because you don't leave anybody at mid when you take it, usually. It's that'd be abnormal.
Grenades.
Let's see how SK deal with the pressure.
Yeah, so there's a deep smoke. It looks like a mid smoke. It's a bit of a gap, but again, the CTs expend a lot of utility to do this. So if you can basically take it away straight off, and you can usually do it for less utility than they use as a Ts, then it becomes a really big plus for you as a T side. And now you can go into your default. You could leave someone banana if you wanted, or you could take everyone top mid, or there's lots of options. But Liquid don't know what's going on. And Liquid now, if they want to find out what's happening on banana, they have to keep 2 players there, because to retake it safely, they have to like flash for someone to make a proper information plate that's safe. So now you're kind of committing them to a 2-3 setup, as opposed to allowing them to have all the information and have a 1-4 setup in this case.
Preemptive grenades from the CT side. Still only 5 rounds, Team Liquid.
Look at that Molotov. That's beautiful. Getting back on balcony is not easy.
Here we've got Boltz plays. Made a video about these shenanigans, but now he's got more players in tow. Twist completely blind, and there are more to follow. I do wonder about that, actually. I'll come back to that later. Boltz with a 2K, and that is an open A bomb site. So I did make a video about Boltz' solo play from the balcony, where he puts that smoke out, jumps into pit and so on, but there used to be old Cloud9 executes into pits from the Nothing era, where they would have flashbangs, which, with certain executes, would actually flash the T player jumping out as well. So I do wonder if there's some kind of weird hybrid there with Stewie on the team to have 3 people coming out of the balcony position.
That was the first full lane take that I actually like, that I think I've ever seen. The Molotov they used for balcony was so good, and then
Where did it come from? Did you see where it came from?
The Molotov?
Yeah.
From middle, like right from.
Okay.
Yeah. You like jump through it off the skybox.
Ooh, drill him, Nafline, drill him!
Wow. But that was great because they used minimum utility to make sure that they pushed everyone back off banana. Those guys went back to the site, then they went up, did their map control smokes and mollies quickly. The Molotov on balcony, just their first tier of the execute, and then immediately went into it right after.
This is actually really interesting, because we saw Liquid trying the same round, basically, but they didn't retake, they didn't like force the CDs back from banana, so then SK had a perfect setup.
And it cost them like nothing.
And they got crushed on the take, so yeah, it's something you just kind of have to do against the best teams in the world. But I think sometimes teams get a bit tunnel vision, and they forget that the other team can be making plays, and that you have to actually adapt to those as they happen live during the round. Potentially, maybe that's one of the reasons, I don't know.
I think the other thing is that if you flash top banana, then you might actually cause the other team to try to retake it. But since they only made presence at bottom banana, for Liquid it might have seemed like, alright, we'll see if they take top, then we'll flash. If not, we gotta be worried.
Indeed.
Less than a minute. Liquid still wanting, still lacking in rounds and weaponry, in information. Taco, the expendable man. No support whatsoever. No vision of top mid. Will there be a Molotov? SK playing it slow. And that's why has eyes down some of banana, but perhaps this info will come too late, because it's a 4 versus 2 on the A site, and they're still not rotating Liquid. They're not sure what's going on.
Oh, that's some good damage. Has to pull out the USP, but it's not enough time for that. Age will spot 2 players coming in, isolates one of the 2, and gets the third, or the second rather, but Fallen with a fantastic shot there. He had to hit it then also, because Nitro is closing in. Enough time to get the bomb down. There's surely no way he can get the frag, and indeed he burns. Great molly from Nitro, maybe a bit too great. Although,
whoa!
Oh wow.
Okay.
Okay, Nitro. Calm down.
I thought he was a classy guy than that.
Calm down, son.
It's one thing to get the teabags out, but that is... what to even say about that one?
That was new.
Oh dear.
I'm just gonna leave that one there.
Yeah.
Just gonna leave it alone. I'm going to leave it alone.
Just give him a hug.
It's not Overwatch, is it?
It is not Overwatch.
Gonna make a statement now. So 14-6 in SK are they're taking a tactical timeout to be tactical. That's what you do, man. Let us talk about
Why
tactics.
isn't it a strategic timeout?
Yeah, I don't know why no one takes strategic timeouts.
Only tactical ones.
Yeah. I think that's what people have been doing wrong most of the time.
Need some pump timeouts.
Emotional timeouts. Things getting emotional will require a timeout. I need to work through this emotion.
You can't admit it. It must be a timeout disguised.
I must work through my emotion. SK will work through this smoke with a burst. Always love to see burst plays, but Taco's position will not be considered, and he's been here so many times, but perhaps they have not realized that. Ooh. Okay, Taco. Okay. He's not done with this match yet. Going back to his hidey hole, but Boltz will shoot him in the face. Bomb needs to be collected. Boltz is alone, 1 versus 3. 2 players bottom Banana, and then there's Nitro in the library position. Boltz very aware. Did Nitro see him cross though? You'll see the trajectory. Footsteps heard. That is too close. Suited Gamble push it. Going wide is Boltz, but he will be the recipient of the bolts at this point.
That was taco with green sauce. Habanero, baby.
Like with somewhat of a chance to get back into the game with this round. See if they can make good of it. They have eliminated the money from SK Gaming. Mostly just 1 stage required.
It was peak.
Very nice, very nice. Okay, so what do we have here? SK with an AWP, 2 CZs, a Mac 10, and a Galil. A decent amount of grenades too, so there's definitely some fun stuff they can do. They're going to go for the banana take straight away. See if they get pick with cold. Smart way to do it, but you can see the incendiaries used by the CTs here will prevent that, but the CTs will not stay out there. So we've seen setups where you do this initially as the CTs and you commit, you go deep smoke, you throw double HEs to the logs, you flash, you peek, you eliminate the players who are in front of the smoke. And that's something we've been seeing a bit more commonly, but Liquid's happy to go back into the bomb site. SKF made no presence really top mids, and Team Liquid have been spotting that with Taco, so they should be able to... Oh, that is glorious. Wow, Elige doing so much damage. That's beautiful stuff from him. 1v3 now. Looking for the player on the flank. Taco playing it well though, just containing.
Nice.
Fallen had to wait for the IGL to die to pick up the op.
I think a lot of people would have started running up Banana considering where Fallen was when he traded the kill. It's a really smart of Taco there. Containment until you know the bomb has been planted. Fallen capable of a great many things.
For sure, it seemed like in Fallen's mind, if no one's flanking Banana now, and they know I was on site, I'm probably clear to go A. But Taco was like, no.
Pistols out for SK. 2 rounds away. Had much success in this half, but it's come to a halt for the time being. Very nice performance by Elige in that previous round. Nafly not having the greatest of Infernos. 7 kills to 19 deaths. Not often you can say that about Naf.
Naf.
One of the best players in North America. Still underrated, underfocused.
Yeah, he's great.
I think because of his quiet demeanor, the light doesn't shine on him as much as it otherwise might. He the man.
Taco put him in top 5 players in the world.
Well, that's a big problem. Stewie picked up the AWP, although eliminated. Okay, looks like everything will be taken care of. After losing Nitro at Arch, I actually feared quite heavily for Liquids, but pretty immediately they tidied things up, so that's very nice for them. So which one is this, James? Emotional, strategic, tactical?
It's emotional. They need to discuss their thoughts and feelings. Get on the same wavelength.
Hey man, how you feeling?
Lame.
Feeling like opening a can of the finest whoop-ass. Pure 100%. Undiluted whoop-ass.
Unadulterated whoop-ass.
Double sniper rifles for Team Liquid. 5 rounds away from tying the score. SK with a number of Molotovs, 3 in total. 4, sorry, I can count. 4 Molotovs for the SK Gaming side. Let's see what they can do with them.
It's time to kick ass and chew bubblegum.
All out of bubble ass.
I'm all out of bubblegum. Okay. Banana taken by SK. Are they going to play a slow round, go back towards top mids? Or are they going to sit here and go for a set piece? That's another thing about taking Banana that makes things more difficult for the CTs. 'Cause if you take Banana as the first action in the round, the CTs can try to peek into mid afterwards, but you never know whether or not the Ts will go straight away through onto the B side for an attack, or if they're actually going back to top mid. If they're going back to top mid, you want to try to maintain somewhat of a defensive setup there that's fairly safe, which means that you don't want to be pushing and peeking top mid, as it's very risky. So
They've kept enough smokes here to do an R trap. I don't know if they actually want to do that, but it's kind of interesting that they threw the wall smokes down, which they know would cause a rotation, and now they kind of want to re-exec.
It's a multi-fake. Taco's been pulled away from the arch position. There are no eyes over there, but are there sound cues being given away? No, they're slowly walking up the arch position and then moving away from B.
That's crazy.
Next level plays Nitro. Is he prepared for this? Stewie's going to be the first one up. Then they need to spread afterwards, but there's still a player in the pit as well, and all the frags will go the way of Team Liquid, looking to double their figures here. Move to 10 rounds. Not a single kill for SK just yet, despite how interesting that play was. Maybe just missing a lane player to finish off the job.
That was super sick. Basically they use the same smokes you throw for the arch trap, but they use them to pull the arch player out, so you don't even need the smokes. So it's like the same amount of utility. They try to make it a double fake, but normally you try to isolate 2 players on the site, you get the same effect basically, and you maybe catch them off guard because you're walking arch. So that is a super cool strat. I'd like to see that again. They're doing some innovative stuff. I mean, I feel like Inferno was getting almost played out in a set for a while, but I've seen 2 very interesting rounds here from SK.
The gap is closing. Can they do it, James?
Team Liquid?
Yes.
I believe they can. Will they is another question. You have to wonder, once it's like 13, 14 or 14 apiece, maybe that will be the kick up the behind that SK need to take it over the line. Those grenades will be very limited in damage, but that Molotov on Banana is doing colossal damage, and there are some more HEs. Elige once again doing all kinds of madness to these players. Nafly finishing things off. Elige not letting these eco plays get much of anywhere. 11 to 14 now, and the buy is back for SK. Got reasonable level of grenades falling on the AWP. Flashbang will be disposed of, so Elige can buy a different grenade. And away everyone goes. Elige proving to be a problem. Will he deter SK from heading towards the B bomb sites? May have to ask that question now, as he is 28 for 19.
Nice. quiet at the moment. Liquid have deep banana control. One of the rounds where SK haven't really put any emphasis on banana. Ooh, that's a fantastic shot there onto Twist. Again, an advantage of having the AWP go first for these picks is that they have the advantage against the rifler who's on the angle. And so that's why the AWP can be so damn useful. Trying to bait something out there. Is there a flash? Cold. There it is. Flash. Fallen Peaks. Taco out there. Gets a lot of information. What a beautifully timed peek from Taco. But first strikes back with a vengeance. Takes him down. And SK have less than 40 seconds to decide how they're going to attack this A side. And wow, that's a big whiff from Nitro.
That is the kind of miss that he'll make him question his existence again. One Liquid player per site, absolutely brutal. That was almost a free kill, 1v1. Could have been huge. But it will probably be match point for SK. Nafly moving in, he has a kit. Will he be given a shot? He will be. 1 versus 2 though, how much more can he expect to get? Still hanging around, but by no means is he going to win this with the time on the clock, so they've got the money, Liquid. He'll try to take it away from SK. Twist with 10,000, so again, he's prioritizing offense.
What makes you question your existence, James?
Oh, NBK's got a wallbang from that position before. He should have taken a shot. Nothing makes me question my existence. My existence is necessary. It is required.
For what?
For what?
Couldn't tell you. Your mind would explode. I made a video of NBK landing that wallbang. People who save in the pit will often go to that wall in case they are peaked, but you can shoot through it with an AWP. Got a kill on the last tick through that wall. My Inferno playlist, look it up.
Stewie, the no respect banana player.
That's how you do it.
Unrespect. Stewie taking further liberties. Fur doing the fur thing.
So I think here is where they wait to see if it's going to be a re-aggression. They've actually left him here this time.
Yeah. There's another reason why taking map control is so good, because you can try to bait info plays, especially if you get a pick. TTs, they itch to know what's going on, especially later into the round. Top mids taken. Now the question is, for Liquid, what the hell are SK going to do? They've got banana, they've got top mid. What are they going to do? What do we do? Either we just sit on our sites playing passive, or we take an information play. The only way they can do that is towards middle at this point.
Taco's starting to look for that information. And he's looked into boiler, nothing there. Looks into mid, nothing there. Needs to start flanking because his teammates on B are in trouble. The grenade's starting to stream in.
They can hear him.
They could jump on the barrels as well. That's a good start though by Nitro. Desperation plant, and it looks like it's going to be successful indeed. They will jump on the barrels. Taco is here. He will get a kill, but there is a man disadvantage. His teammate coming up from Banana, but there's a flank on a flank. Boltz is about to take Twist down. He's moving up the angle, so Boltz might have just missed him, but we'll see if that flank comes into play. Switching out the weapon, he can't shoot it, leaving Twist alone now versus 3. Spots the first player. There's a spray. Second behind the fountain. There he goes, but surely he never expects Boltz to come in from the back. No bullets in the rifle. Switching out for the AWP. He has to get on this immediately. He has no idea where Boltz is coming from. Surely it's a free frag. The timing! Oh my god!
Come on.
It can't be.
Wow.
They actually holy smokes.
Wow. Boltz's lurk was really good as well.
It should have been perfect, yeah.
Yeah, that's
The
nuts.
funny part about that is Boltz just had to peek earlier, because once Twist didn't see anything, he had no other option. But just hope that Boltz is coming from somewhere else. Coldzera also didn't trade the frag, but he could have just traded the frag since he was right there with the peek and probably should have. Or just hid, and that timer would have definitely run out. Wow. Some of these rounds, it's just crazy that they can lose.
That was like a murder mystery Like everything was in those last few seconds just coming into the mind of Twist. Well, why hasn't he peeked me yet? Why hasn't he shot me? Why am I not dead? He must be coming in from the back. Just like that, Boltz walks into the crosshair. Unbelievable stuff. Unbelievable stuff. Better than TV. Better than fiction. Or weirder than fiction, perhaps.
Well, SK will be dealt with.
Stranger than fiction reference.
13 to 15, and SK running out of chances. What is the plan now for them? AK's coming back in. I mean, I think that they would. I mean, what they've been doing is it's been pretty good, honestly. I don't think they need to really change all that much.
Yeah.
The only thing that's worrisome here is the double orbs, but those are, you know, you can circumvent that. The main thing again is you just want to prevent the CTs from being able to play 4 and 8. You know, if that's where you want to finish the round. Oh, they're gonna burst top mid.
If they do a, oh wow, they're getting real close. If they did do a Halls pop, which it seemed like they might, they would have had it cross in front of that scope. But Nitro's already given it up. There's no one in Halls, so they might let this happen.
Still 3 players towards the A bomb site for the CT side. Taco deploying a nice grenade, and Cold Zero will be sent into space. Nitro, how did he miss that one? Bomb lands at the feet of Team Liquid. The comeback is really on here, isn't it?
Wow.
The comeback is on all the rounds once again. Look at the money on SK. Oh my days. Holy potatoes.
Holy potatoes, Dan.
Holy potatoes.
What does a holy potato taste like, James?
Probably tastes like me.
Okay. Well.
Just a bit drier.
Ooh. Trying to see over the smoke. Hello. There's no one here. They knock, but no one answers.
Holy potatoes, in fact, Dan, are not for eating. They're not for consumption. No one knows what they taste like.
But you just said they taste like you. So why are you lying?
It was
so now why should I believe what you just said? Because you just said that now you're lying.
It was in jest.
I
I thought you would understand that, Dan, but clearly I was mistaken, and I have overestimated you once again.
I think you're just a liar now. Everyone's lying around me. Who to believe?
So paranoid, Dan.
I might lie in front of traffic if I have to keep sitting next to you.
Wow. That's a threat.
Whoa. Either way, SK deciding after the presence on Banana, they've got that A site ready to attack, and it may go fairly well. The only issue is that they aren't going to be able to split here, I don't think. It's going to be a pop out the balcony, but we'll see if they can do it as well as they did previously. It looks like they may be doing something similar here with the Boltz smoke.
30 seconds. Oh, hello. Welcome, welcome to my balcony party, says Twist. Cocktail sausages for all. Overtime. 31 kills for Elige. Nafly, 9 for 20. What's going on over there? Team doing the heavy lifting on this occasion. Man like Van Dalken. Van Diddly Dalken. Team Liquid will continue on the CT side. Perhaps momentum is in their favour now. Finally. Finally. SK unable to do it in normal time. Their money was absolutely wrecked for the last round. But now they start anew. Sniper rifle on both sides. Stewie wielding it this time.
Oh, nice. Stewie mad, Stewie mad. Very nicely done, and that's something they can build on. It creates a lot of problems for Liquid. You can set up baits now for... Because there are certain responses that you know the CTs have to make. So you can try to bait some of them out and then counter them. Such as, you know, trying to force them to stack somewhere or play information somewhere. We'll see whether or not they're able to do either of those things. Well, the flash into the top mid push will be good enough to take down Taco. So 5v3 Now as they pressure into CT spawn, seeing what they can find. Fallen that way, Naf, not expecting to see him there.
Fur cannot trade with the HP he has. However, they have pulled some CTs out of position. Speaking of which, Boltz, the last man, the tail end of the push towards B, has dropped a bomb for picking off players elsewhere. This is pretty crazy. Have to assume some in B, have to assume some looking for the bomb, and Fur is behind you. Very vulnerable situation for Team Liquid. Deploying grenades towards B, but again, Fur is behind them somewhere. They'll play the extra man SK by having Fur rotate towards the B bomb site, maybe trying to hold it open while the other two secure the bomb. But there are around 20 seconds left. Now it's Nitro. He can't scope in anymore. Well, he can, but that will reveal his position. The flashbang is perfectly timed, and the round is with SK.
That's very interesting. Cold made a lot of space there by going all the way around to go for the flank, and there was some timing involved, but he made it so that they have multiple options by the time the rest of his teammates get down to bottom banana. So got a kill for it. Another option, even if Twist wasn't there to deal with getting the bomb. And even though it got sticky, they found their way out. What I thought was interesting was why they ran through the arch smoke. They knew there was no one in arch after they got one kill on banana and Taco at mid. So they called out, I guess, that it was like a 3-lane setup or something.
That's quite fair for Stewie there that he'd get an HE grenade in his face of logs, but he did not. So once again, you know, SK, they've got that pressure on banana, force Liquid back a bit. Stewie can take the top position and try to harass. Meanwhile, the rest of SK taking apartments, taking top mid.
Let's see how this proceeds then. SK taking control of top mid. Now we've got 3 Liquid players around the site. Taco looking for something towards the arch position. There is a flashbang on every single player, so they can flash above Taco's head while he faces. In the meantime, we've got problems on short. Twist trying to hold things down though.
Oh, that is an important frag. If Stewie gets that, who knows how this round actually goes, but this is looking great for Liquid now. Cold has to do everything by himself here. Can he take down Taco? He's close. Ooh, that flip's not good. 16-16, the teams tie. And we go into the last round of the first half where we find out who has the edge moving into the second half. I have no idea how to sort of predict this one. Both teams are playing pretty damn close at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, in that last round, you really saw, you know, they're kind of just trying stuff. They tried to get away with so many simultaneous lurks, all of which got shut down.
Looser style, perhaps. Look at the aggression from Elige. Speaking of loose, he's up there. 2 per site now for the CT. So much time on the clock for SK. 4-on-4. Number of plays in Boiler. Stewie is bottom mid, more or less, but he has no flash for a burst. So what is the play from SK? Twist playing in the site once again, and Taco's been left on his own to just keep an eye on things and hide in the hidey hole space. If they do go in his direction, how many kills can he be expected to get? He has a tough task ahead of him, and maybe all of Liquid do, with minimal information.
It's going to be very tough here to figure out what the T's are doing. Again, just so much information denied to Liquid, but they've been pretty steady on the actual defenses when it comes to just hitting the shots. We're relying on the setups. But A looks so vulnerable here. The AWP is on the B bomb site anchoring.
Everyone's AFK. Pizza has arrived.
I would like a pizza right now. Good damn it, James.
After our lunch, you want a pizza?
Stop making me hungry.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's because I'm really tired. I think that's why.
20 seconds and SK trying to pull rotation, but Liquid are completely static. Taco's got all the information he needed. That means rotation for the CTs. Twist needs to stay alive at this point. Fallen trying to deploy a grenade, but is there time for that? Taco and Twist go down. Bob's about to get planted. Wow.
Unreal.
Great repeat from Fallen on the for the wallbang there, but Naf goes in, Naf goes out. Nitro, last man standing, last hope, last bastion. for Team Liquid CT side in this overtime. And Fallen's got his number. And that's 17-16, but still a very good chance for Liquid to find their way back into this one. And they, oh my god, they really need this victory. SK took the first map, and SK aren't really in a position to get to the finals, but Liquid are. This is reminiscent of, I think, didn't we have a similar situation in Europe as well?
I would be mad that they're trying so hard.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, it was Godsent. Yeah, Godsent playing out of their skins against FaZe.
Yeah.
And actually taking a map, like sort of like in a similar position. Although SK Gaming, Godsent, not quite necessarily the same thing, but
certainly part of it is teams getting a lot better towards the end of the season too. You know,
yeah,
literally months. In SK's case, it just feels like, as James was talking about earlier, it's like only a matter of time, you know, before everything starts clicking. There is just no reason for them not to be much better. Like,
yeah, at the beginning of the season, they went 0-4 in the debut games with Stewie.
hot debut.
It was very rough indeed.
First team to 19 rounds is what we're looking for. First team to 19. 2 sniper rifles on the SK side, Fallen and Cold Zero. 3-2 setup, standard stuff from the CT side. Nothing untoward apart from no one on the balcony. Boltz and Fur will be playing from a short position for now. Again, a slow start from Liquid, lots of noise, some spam. But it has been a slow and methodical matchup between these two sides, both on the previous map and this current one. And now the initial grenades have been thrown. Everything goes quiet.
Gonna go for top mid here is for Hold. Yeah, he gets one though. Boltz behind the flames, wants to try to trade them out. Burns, he's gonna have to fall back here. And HE doing a decent amount of damage actually, but it's all about the time at this point. 45 seconds to go. SK rotating their third player into positions. Fallen's holding the B side of the map by himself, peeking at the moment, and the push into the A site is now due for Team Liquid, and it needs to go well. Stewie though finds a good timing for the push on Arch. And Cold Zero holds the line as well with the AWP. Life is not looking good for Liquid. How do they get out of this one?
Twisted Naflight, 2 versus 2. 12 seconds to plant this bomb. Got to clear the site though. Boltz will be good for it. The 2K from Boltz on the box. That puts SK on match points.
That's a really hard one to get because you know that they're going to hard clear that as the last angle on the site if you're solo. So people always end up on that box. And that means you have to pick the right timing to swing a little bit so that you just don't get closed off completely. So for Boltz to get 2, that's pretty impressive. Oh, so SK is 1 away from closing this out. This series out 2-0.
Man, I wonder how that will affect the leaderboard. That's going to be nuts if that's the case. 3 players pushing Banana for SK, and they've got Stewie pretty deep at the moment. And again, they'll probably remember from the regulation, in regular time, that's rounds in regulation, that's Liquid never pushed the Banana smoke, so they're leaving Stewie there. 4-man rotation. Still just over a minute left though, so the question really is, at this point, will they decide to go back to Banana?
Nafly has no flash to actually flash Stewie off the angle. So that is going to prove pretty difficult to deal with, to flash Fallen off the angle, sorry. 1 minute mark. Elige looking to set up a smoke towards A. There's Nafly looking for information. Information he found. There is an AWP waiting. Liquid will have to press on in the direction where 4 people wait for them. Cold Zero off to a good start. Finally going down, but Stewie is around the arch position behind the smokes as well.
Double.
Oh wow,
my God.
Nitro making it work. What a crazy round. And now it's down to Stewie and Fallen against Nitro and Taco, who are in the after plant. Nitro holding an angle. We've seen so many great shots from him here. Easy one. Fallen trying to peek on the crouch. Stewie thinks a little bit. His health is so low at this point. Liquid will win the rounds. That's kind of nuts. Nitro with an excellent performance there for that.
That trade was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Well, this is a rough spot for SK Gaming. Are we going to see another overtime? MP9s are out. Limited grenades. Will there be aggression? Let's see. Liquid making it happen. Liege gets dinks, but well, Tez just under half his health, so maybe that will make a difference. Has to get something out of this. Maybe trying to catch Taco on the reloads. The Taco is far back enough. He's around the corner. Now Fer tries to retreat while players are on the balcony looking for him, but Liquid need not overextend. 5 versus 4, some cheeky pressure, top mid, maybe running distraction while Fallen starts to creep down. Nafly waiting with the off angle. Who's going to be good for it though? Nafly on this occasion. Does he charge up Banana? They've got a 2-man advantage now. Why the hell not?
It's going to be interesting to see whether or not these ragtag group of CTs can somehow find their way into victory here. They're all out of position. Incredibly out of position. Stewie has an MP9 and just nothing. Flash is going to go with it. Ooh, the flash is good. Oh my god. Surely not. So much damage. Out comes the AK, the team killer as well. What on earth is going on? Stewie could even have potentially got more.
That was absolutely crazy. Naf shot Twist, and then Twist got confused and Twist shot Naf, and Naf died. But it looks like it will still work for them because Cold is in a 1 versus 3. All the avenues are covered. Cold jumping into the front. The shots will betray his position. Some baiting. Some nice pre-fire there, but ultimately it is purely cosmetic damage at this point. No kit for Cold Zero. Overtime number 2 incoming. First team to 22 rounds is what we are looking for.
That's unreal. Imagine, I mean, Stewie almost killed them both, was the thing. He did like almost 90 damage to both those guys and killed the third. So, but it comes down to the fact that SK lost those 2 rounds, so Liquid put them in a position where he had to, you know, a couple of them only had MP9s. And they also were desperate with Fallen pushing all the way down Banana with his op, getting that opening kill. For not being able to trade in halls. The MP9 again, not getting the kill in halls in the beginning.
Well then. Here we go again. Tooth and nail. These points will be fought for. Again, good experience for SK. Building the team confidence. And one seems to find themselves in a respectable position in the leaderboard as well. Nitro holding a flash for Banana. Change in approach here from Team Liquid.
Well, already waiting, and he's been pretty good this game so far. Ooh, there's a whiff though. Falling back, maybe goes to repeat. He's brazen, and he can't land a single shot. That's really, really unfortunate for him and unexpected. Stewie with the pop flash there. Can't get the frag though. His teammates are coming in and pass the run consistently due to the flames. Amazing drive-by shot as the Molotov will burn Liege alive. And Cold Zero's got an op shot or 2 there as Nitro falls to him and his might. Taco, a latecomer, late to the scene. And everything's been taken.
Here's a flashbang. Could pop it over the roof. But passive angles are being held. False sense of security, and he's going all the way to 8.
Holy smokes, he can make it, can't he?
Deploying the grenades, and Boltz is not moving an inch. With the smoke down, they don't really know what's going on. They have limited information. Taco's in the Jeep. Here come the beeps.
He can win this.
Yeah, he's got lots of time.
It's a great position as well. The headshot, if you get a fast first kill, he can then isolate 2 more 1v1s. It's doable.
They might nade him for March.
But he has to get the kills. Oh, there is incendiaries and so on. Yeah, that makes it really rough.
Oh dear.
That's a problem. Oh! 1 more to go. Fur will go for the challenge. All the grenades are gone now. It's just 1 more player. Fur! Taco! Can't quite get it done.
I think
Is
he
there
has.
Oh, is there time?
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
He did it.
Wow, Taco, what a clutch from the man. That is something quite spectacular. What a round, 19 awarded to Liquid after that 1v3.
That was super clutch, man.
That second kill was massive. Mahusiv.
He wasted so much time there, that was brilliant. Wow. Oh my god, I'm so impressed.
And that's just the first round of overtime number 2. Much more Counter-Strike to come. Still 2 matches after this as well. Boltz having a butcher's hook, spotting a shoulder. Oh, that's meaty!
Mate. Carpaccio.
Out of the balcony they come. Boltz holding things down. He's got the bomb at his feet, and there are only 2 Liquid players remaining in this push. Back and forth, we continue to go here on Inferno. Now Fly wiped out. Could do not much of anything.
Amusing.
There it is.
Who will take the edge? Who will take the lead? Or will they dance around the maypole? Around and around they go. It's going to be interesting to see whether or not Liquid will change up their T approach. Obviously, I think there's a lot of stuff that they can go to still. And his quick pressure on Banana and Twist got a really fast spawn there. The flashes, they'll be able to take the CTs off the angle, and it's a late Molotov there from SK to prevent a really fast push.
One minute 20 on the clock. 3 players Banana for Liquid, 2 players bottom mid, who may soon be joining them. No one looking for info at the moment. Generally, Taco's been the one looking for lots of info when Liquid have been on a CT side. Not afraid to have a look, see what's going on. We start to see a rotation now. coldzera making his way towards the B bomb site. He can flash into Paul if he's fast enough to get into position, and they might just need it. Here are the flashes from the T side. Fallen holding down at the back. Stewie's been picked off, but Fallen continues to do the same to his opponent. 4 versus 2. They're waiting for him, and he will give them more shots to the chest. Taco now 1 versus 3 once again. 40 seconds on the clock. What can you do about this situation? coldzera moving around in construction. Boltz in CT and Fur on Banana. And as you can see, they're giving him nothing. They do not want to give him an opportunity to limit the numbers here. Where does he even go to plant the bomb? A fake to start things off. And Fur says no.
Really interesting to see teams smoking themselves out of B site to execute through that situation. The wrap worked out quite well, except for dealing with this op on They killed the guy boosted in CT. Just that fallen head, open line of sight, and no one was testing him. SK Gaming with the smallest of leads.
Yes.
Around 40.
It's round 40, my god. Yeah, they've really been going at it from the front for a while, haven't they? Can't get enough of the lovely Italian sun. Maybe they... As I said though, I do feel like Liquid's... There's a lot for them to explore still, but... When you play overtime, you know, things start to get a bit fuzzy as far as what have we done, what have they done, did we do that? I think we did. Sort of like the patterns that you figured out in the regular time, it starts to become a bit more unclear as to what the best calls necessarily are. But Liquid seem to struggle much more on their T side than their CT side. Their CT defenses have been very good. 4-8 at the moment, and you can see that they've left Nitro solo on B. Boltz doing the smoke that James was talking about. And playing it solo from the apps, but he's fallen back now. Again, it's something that everyone would likely expect from Boltz, but you don't know if he's going to do something with it or not, and that's kind of the question. You have to leave someone there in case he does. So they were entertaining Liquids for a longer time here. Oh wow, Stewie's just going to go straight in. I love this. The 1v1 against Nitro, he's going to get it. Oh my god. Okay, now what's the response? Is it panic mode for Team Liquid?
Oh yeah.
Ooh. Seems they'll try to secure something either way, but they'll fail towards A and continue towards B with the bomb. And that player is continuing to keep people in his direction. First spotted towards A. How do you figure out what exactly is going on here? Elige picked off towards the bottom of Banana. Twist close to the site. Nafly just now rotating off of A. Very difficult round to figure out.
All off the back of Stewie finding a timing into the B bomb side. That was fantastic. And the way that SK played out, incredible. Trying to make a go of it though, but as you said, it's so difficult at this point. 2 ops post plan is hard enough, let alone having Cold Zero there as well. 21-19, and one would expect that SK, they have ample opportunity now to close this one down.
You saw the back of him, then finished him off. Marvelous stuff from Stewie. Sees the grenades, that's enough for the second kill. It's all over the place. Showing why they wanted him on the team now, Stewie. Still has the Stewie lever to push it all the way and just find an extra gear for his team.
True, the young playmaker.
Match points for SK. Are Liquid considering Stewie being here? Comes out for the flash, goes wide enough to avoid the pre-fire from Elige. And he knows Nafly is top mid. Look, he's so hungry to harass. Nafly buys some of the flashbang. He'll buy more time of the smoke. Peeking behind it though. Spots the play towards the logs, but what more can he do at this point? Just has to wait.
He has to wait. SK again with the default here, just taking their time. Obviously with the opening kill onto Elige, it makes life really difficult for the CTs again. Do they gamble stack? Do they stick to a site? Do they make an information play to try to understand where to move their players? Those are the major options you have. Things get a lot more predictable for the Ts in the 5v4. And still leaving players in apartments. In the previous round, there was essentially like 2 lurkers from the apps, which was, as James said, incredibly difficult to figure out, like for the CTs, like what the hell's going on. And now they're starting to make plays in balcony, on arch, into the B-bomb side. SK are everywhere, and so is Stewie. 2 important entry frags, and that could be it now for Liquid.
Nitro versus 5. On the wrong side of the map. And Boltz will put him out of his misery. Let the tweeting begin. SK with a double overtime win here on Inferno. A slobber knocker, a challenge of endurance. And they will prevail, but for SK it's perhaps too little too late in terms of land, but maybe it's just at the right time in terms of general team strength and the journey that they are on with this new roster.
You know, a lot of the time when we talk about certain teams that make roster changes, they always need a little bit more time, a little more time. And some of the time, that's not true. Sometimes they never fix it and they end up making another roster change or just the experiment fails. But certainly with SK, you know, you hold out judgment because they've got the players that they have. And this is a map that really renewed my faith with this lineup because their T-side looked incredibly interesting. And they were doing stuff I'd never seen other teams do even. So I'm liking Cold Zero calling, getting to do with it, and all their new roles in that as well.
Yeah, I felt like SK's T-side looks a lot better than Liquid's. Just look way more fleshed out. They seem to prioritize map control, and they created lots of spots where they understood how to basically make things completely unknown for the CTs, and it makes it so much harder. Some good defenses, but overall, Team Liquid were not enough for SK in this instance, and that is going to affect the leaderboard dramatically. I'm very curious to see how things will turn out in that respect.
There we can see the leaderboard. So SK Gaming have finished their matches and they are on 27 points. However, they currently lie in 5th place, but who knows? Doesn't look like they will make LAN at all. Obviously, United's statistics may change, but someone's going to go higher surely. So I don't think SK have a mathematical chance of making LAN, or at least it's extremely unlikely. So many other games to be played in a close bunch in terms of points. So let's see, it is going to be E United versus Rogue, who I'm sure have been waiting for quite a while, so thank you for your patience. Time to get on the server, boys. We will see you back here in a few minutes for the last 2 matches of today's matches.